guess plays off of, there are three things maybe at work here that I can think of. One is, everyone know Amadou Diallo? The guy who was shot, the Haitian guy who was coming home, was shot 41 times by the undercover cops who, said stop, and he pulled out his wallet and they shot him 41 times. It's also about white privilege when it comes to the police, and I think it's a privilege of omission. I don't believe it's a kind of privilege where the police say, oh, hey, Mr. White Guy, here's 50 bucks and my gun in my car. Can I give you a ride somewhere? It's not, I don't believe it's something like that, but I believe it's the absence of being racially profiled. I believe it's the absence when you're pulled over and how you are treated. And so it's really not something that you might be aware of, that one might be aware of. And then it's also about the way a little kid will ask questions that are inappropriate that maybe we don't ask because we've been so cemented into our reality or something. This poem is called What Year Was, and it's also about what, I'm playing off of the Whitey idea. And so it's called What Year Was Heaven Desegregated? Watching the news about Amadou Diallo, my 8-year-old cousin Jake asks me, why don't they build black people with bulletproof skin? I tell Jake there's another planet where humans change colors like mood rings. You wake up Scottish and fall asleep Chinese. You enter a theater Persian and exit Puerto Rican. And Earth is a junkyard planet where they send all the broken humans who are stuck on one color. And then Jake asks me, do they have ghettos in the afterlife? 7 years ago, I sat in a car, an antenna filled with crack cocaine smoldering between my lips. The smoke spreading in my lungs like the legs of Joseph Stalin's mother in the delivery room. An undercover piglet hoofed up to the window. My buddy busted an illegal U-turn, screeched the wrong way down a one-way street. I chucked the antenna, shoved the crack rock up my asshole. The cops swooped in from all sides and yanked me out. I clutched my ass cheeks like a third fist, gripping a winning lotto ticket. The cop yelled, white boys only come in this neighborhood for 2 reasons, to steal cars and buy drugs, and you already got wheels. I ran into the burning building of my mind. I couldn't see shit. It was filled with crack smoke. I dug through the ashes of my conscience till I found my educated white male dialect, which I stuck in my voice box and pushed play. Officer, I'm going to be honest with you. Blah, blah, blah. See, the sad truth is my skin said everything he needed to know. My skin whispered into his pink ear, I'm white. You can't pin shit on this pale fabric. This pasty cloth is pin resistant. Now slap my wrist so I can go home, take this rock out of my ass and smoke it. If Diallo was white, those bullets would have bounced off his chest like spitballs. But his execution does prove that a black man with a wallet is as dangerous to the cops as a black man with an Uzi. Maybe he whipped that wallet out like a grenade and hollered, I buy, therefore I am an American. Or maybe he just said, hey man, my tax money paid for 2 of the bullets in your gun. Last year on vacation in DC, little Jake asked me, how come there's a Vietnam Wall, Abe Lincoln's house, a Holocaust building, but nothing about slavery? No 1,000-foot steel sculpture of a whip, no giant dollar bill dipped in blood. Is it because there's no Hitler to blame it on, no donkey to stick it on? Are they afraid blacks will want a settlement? I mean, if Japanese Americans locked up in internment camps for 3 years cashed out at 20 G's, what's the price tag on a 300-year session with a dominatrix who's not pretending? And the white people say, well, we gave them February, Black History Month, but it's so much easier to have a month than an actual conversation. Jake, life is one big song and we are the chorus. Riding the subway is a chorus, driving the freeway is a chorus, but you gotta stay ready, because you never know when the other instruments will drop out. And ta-da, it's your moment in the lit spot, the barometer of your humanity. And you'll hear the footsteps of a hush rushing through the theater as you aim for the high notes with the bow and arrow in your throat. Yeah!